I feel like I got some Robert Palmer, the girls, I got that vibe going on. Do you think I didn't mean to do that? But yeah, addicted to love, are we? Hello, thank you for joining me. My name is Stacy. This is Stacy Lee Beauty, and I am excited to be doing a Get Ready With Me collab with some wonderful ladies here on YouTube as well. We are all doing a Christmas look, but on a budget with Drugstore. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, thank you for coming on back. I usually put new videos out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but this month, I don't know about the weekends, but my goal is to try to do a video every day. Not gonna promise it, but so today, as you saw from the title, is a Get Ready With Me, and there will be a playlist down in the description box of all the other videos. I hope that after you're done watching this one, you will go check out some of their looks and drop them a comment and let them know that you came from Stacy Lee Beauty. I'm going to start by using the CoverGirl. This is the Outlast All Day Concealer in 810 Fair, and I'm just going to put that on my lids just to kind of have a little bit of a base. And this is just an e.l.f. foundation brush. I'm just going to use that to blend it out because, as you can see, it's large and it blends it very, very quickly. So this year has definitely been a trying year. I'd love to know down below how you guys are doing. I will say, if you're new to my channel, well, even if you aren't, I haven't really talked about it too much here and there on my channel. I've talked about it, but I do suffer from anxiety, and I was getting much better, but this year has been a challenge, like probably for most people. Okay, so that is a nice base down. What I do is take this NYX Ultimate Edit and go in with this green over here. And this is a Wet n Wild, very fluffy brush because I don't want a huge amount of pigmentation for this portion. So yeah, my anxiety at the end of 2019 was really pretty good. And like most people, you know, when 2020, it's like, ooh, this is gonna be the year. Well, things don't always go as planned. And it has, I will be honest, it has been a struggle in recent weeks, especially. I don't know, I guess just because everything, the holidays, and it was my birthday last month. I always get more anxious around them. And then just things seem to be a little out of control in the outside world right now. So some days it's been a struggle to just get up and do something. I do work from home. I'm an online reseller on eBay and Posh. And of course, sales have taken a plumb. But, you know, it's nice to work from home, but then at the same time working from home, you kind of get in a habit of like, well, I can do it tomorrow, because you're answering to yourself. Okay, so that's a pretty bright green. I'm just going to bring that green down into the lid portion, the outer corner on the movable lid, and kind of towards the center. So I'd love to know if you struggle with depression or anxiety and you want to share down below. If there's any tips that you have, I have some meditation apps on my phone that I like to listen to. And I was going to write a journal. I so irritated with myself. I thought at the beginning of the year, I should definitely write a journal. And, you know, we're living through a 100-year pandemic, so I should document this, at least in a journal. But guess what? I haven't wrote anything yet. But there's still time. But anyway, what I was getting to is I know that gratitude journals can help a lot, so I think I need to start doing that. So now what I'm going to do is, this is the NYX, the Jumbo Eye Pencil in white. And instead of, I'm going to try this. I haven't done this before, so this will be an experiment. Instead of putting concealer for a half cut crease, I'm going to try this and see what that does, because I haven't quite got the hang of a good way to use this yet. tried it different ways, and I know that like people seem to have loved this, but it isn't as creamy either as I thought that it would be. I'm rambling. But I think a gratitude journal is nice, and I want to start doing that. So let me know if you guys have any other tips. I do take medication, so that does help, but I don't do a lot of get readies on Get Ready With Me on my channel. I feel like, I don't know, sometimes when I'm doing my makeup, then I kind of forget to talk. Now I'm going to take this yellow. I thought it would, well, no, I'm going to use the CoverGirl. The CoverGirl, kind of this golden color. And this is a Profusion, a little bit of a fluffy brush. So, yeah, not too much has been going on, I guess, other than trying to just, you know, make it through. I am happy with the growth of my channel, and next year going to definitely focus on that more. And this year I did get a new kitty cat, but man, she is, I've had cats pretty much all my life, and this one, she's a little different. She just gets into everything, and they thought about 2 years old, so she's not really kitten anymore. I mean, still young, but man, she just gets into everything. Everything. Okay, so now I'm going to take, this is, I think we're ready for this. This is the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit Shimmer Liquid Eyeliner, and this is Cashmere Love, and I'm going to put that where I put the white. But yeah, she gets into everything, and I just recently moved. Oh, yeah, I bought a house in 2020. How can I forget that? Let's see if this is dried out or not. But I recently moved, and I don't know how people get their places like set up. Yeah, maybe this is dried out, you know, within a couple months, because my place looks like I still just moved in. But but I thought, okay, well, I'll keep her in my bedroom. I have an attached bath until I can get my place. This one, yeah, I think that this is all dried out. Because this is just looking more like a topper. And I thought that this one was a pretty good one. So let's see. Okay, so this is NYX Glitter Goals. That should be brighter. But at first I thought, well, I can't put her, I don't want to let her out into the entire house until I get everything unpacked. I don't know when I'm going to let her out, because, man, I mean, there is not one thing that she doesn't get into. And my previous cat, she passed away, but she was extremely the opposite. Like, you could bring home something, she wouldn't even look at it. You could have food, you could leave your pizza or whatever out on the counter and get up and go do something, she wouldn't bother it. This cat, the minute something is new, she notices. Oh, this glitter is not working like I thought it was going to. Okay, not really liking this look. So, okay, I'm taking the CoverGirl, this shimmery gold, and putting that where I put that color, because I feel like that wasn't enough. I need something underneath it to make it pop a little bit more. But yeah, so I don't know when she'll ever get out, because she will just cause havoc, I think. And I have so much decor items, but I think I'm only going to be able to have decor in my office, because she's not going to be allowed in the office or beauty room, except if I'm carrying her in to take a picture for you guys. To be able to go to sleep at night, I had no idea. Like, I Googled it, and there is all kinds of problems with cats keeping people up at night. And did you know that there is even YouTube channels just for videos for cats? It's like of birds and squirrels, and yes, now my cat Roxy sometimes needs YouTube videos to fall asleep. Never did I think I'd say that. So I'm going to take a brush and go into this black color, not that brush. the black color of the CoverGirl and then darken that up out here. And let's see, then I'm going to go back with that green. Just circular motions, and then that should just kind of darken that green just a little bit. She carries things in her mouth. It's the cutest thing. I'm going to go to this bright color over here and add that above here below the brow bone because I feel like that looks pretty dark there. So I've never had a cat do that either, that will actually carry things in her mouth. And yeah, it's a good thing she's cute because she can be a little trying. Home buying experience during 2020. Let me know if you want more details, but yeah, so I looked for a house for a long time and then decided, okay, I'm just going to take a break. I was kind of struggling to get a loan because when you're self-employed, it's a little bit more of a challenge. But then when the CARES Act passed, I was able to borrow some money from my retirement, and that helped me get a house easier. Finally found a house, and it's crazy because normally I'm an indecisive person, but with this house, I looked at it and I put an offer in the same day, and you couldn't have anybody, well, you could have like one other person come with you to look at houses, but my mom is, her immune system is really weak, so I didn't want her to come out. So I can't believe, but I actually made the decision on my own that yes, I was gonna get this house. So put in an offer, and there was multiple offers, go figure, but luckily they accepted mine, so I was happy about that. And I still can't believe I have a house. I honestly never thought that I'd have a house on my own. I was married, and let's see, this fall, well, I didn't get divorced until August. It was not this past August. Was this 4 or 5 years ago? No, not awful. For foundation, I'm using the CoverGirl. This is the BB cream, and the strangest thing is I have dry skin. I say this every time I use this, and this says BB cream for oily skin. I bought it on accident, but I really like how it works. So I don't know, go figure. I would have never picked it up if I would have read that it was for oily skin, but yeah, I like it. Okay, so as I was saying, and this is just an e.l.f. brush I'm putting it on with, I have been divorced for quite a while, and I just always thought that I would be married if I had a house. So yeah, I still can't believe that I have a house. So it's definitely different because besides the like 6 years or so that I was married or engaged, you know, I always lived in apartments, and I moved around a lot during college or after college, and so quite a few different apartments. And yeah, I never really thought that I'd have a house, but I like it so far. I mean, I didn't really want to buy any like heavy pieces or anything because I felt like that was just going to be temporary, and it was a little longer than I thought, but that I stayed there. But with factories being shut down, you know, at the beginning of the year over in China, and then, or really a lot of places in the world, and then being half-staffed, some of them, it has been a challenge to get furniture because so much stuff is out of stock. So this is the CoverGirl Cheekers Blush. I'm kind of anxious to get my office and beauty room set up. I feel like I've been working on that forever. Now this blush is okay, but you do have to really build it up. Yeah, okay, it seems like if you circle it, it goes on better. So has everyone done their Christmas shopping? It was pretty good almost the whole year as far as like buying makeup and stuff. I was just getting things here and there. And then these sales came, which I get. You know, I figured that there'd be a lot of sales this year because of numbers being off. I used to work in corporate retail for Claire's Accessories. That was one of my favorite jobs. I was a planner. Well, at first I started allocation and then a planner, moved my way up. So it was kind of like the buyers picked out the merchandise and the planner or inventory manager. Oh yeah, actually, so yeah, if you do circular motions, it goes on much better. They are the ones that decide how much money, or the buyers buy it, and then the planners or inventory managers decide how much money there is to spend. So like project sales, and this is Essence/Princess. So worked for Claire's and then Kmart in the intimates department. I got laid off from both jobs. I've been laid off a lot in my life. The first time I was laid off was I was working inside sales, and it was after 9/11. So, and silly me, I mean, I wasn't that much out of college, and well, a few years. Okay. Anyway, they called me into the office, the boss's office, and he's like, "We're eliminating your position." And at that place, I had kind of moved around. So in my head, I thought, okay, I'm just, moving to a different desk, working with a different manufacturer. So I was like, okay. And then the guy was like, so yeah, you can leave. You don't have to stay for the rest of the day. And I was like, oh, I get it now. So yeah, that was kind of definitely a learning lesson, life lesson. And then from there, it was very challenging to find a job at that time. Highlighter, I'm going to use this CoverGirl, and I'm going to go in with, let's see, this first color over here. But I finally found a job, and that was at Claire's, and it was in allocation, so that was like getting stuff, scheduling it from the warehouse to go out to the stores. And yeah, I really, really liked that job. Like one point during the time, I had went out to New York and had some informational interviews with some magazines, because I thought, like, oh, I want to move to New York. Yeah, that's pretty actually as a highlighter. I was happy to even get into do informational interviews. And it was kind of interesting because one was with Teen Vogue, and I had just read, this was around when Devil Wears Prada. I don't know if the movie had come out yet, but the book was really popular. And, the girl had, the lady that I was meeting with had met me, and then she's like, okay, we can go down to get breakfast. I didn't take cash, so she had to pay with her card. And if you read the book, or I think they say that in the movie too, but they couldn't take cash. And I think I got a muffin, and then I looked around and like everybody's got egg whites and stuff. So I remember at that moment thinking, this is totally like that movie or that book. I hadn't watched the movie yet, but I was really appreciative. She was very honest. I'm just going to take Coty Airspun and just do a quick layer around my face. But yeah, she was very honest, with how much things cost in New York, and that you have to start at the bottom, of course. And, at the time, I was happy with Claire's, with people, and really thinking about, I was moving up at Claire's. Did I want to start over and have to struggle because, working for a magazine, or well, that's what I would have tried to get into, but it would have taken a long time to really make it. And I didn't really know if I had kind of the backbone for the fashion industry out there. So I decided to just stay put. I'm going to do the Nyx Glitter Glue, or Glitter Goals, but instead of applying it directly to the eye, I'm going to put it on the back of my hand and then apply it with my finger and see what that does. I went from allocator to senior allocator. What was it? Associate planner. Geez. And then planner. And then I was I was a planner for the international department. And wouldn't you know, the international department, they moved it overseas. So once again, I got laid off to work for, well, it's Sears Holdings, owns both Kmart and Sears. So went to work for them in the intimates department as an inventory manager. Yeah, this is working much better. And then lo and behold, a few years in, I think it had been a few years, maybe a couple of years, I was let go again. But there I wasn't really surprised because they do layoffs quite a bit. And if you follow any retail news, you kind of know what their business, how their business always is. So that one I wasn't really shocked with. And at that time, I was married. So it wasn't as, we were in a position where like I didn't have to rush out and get a job. So I was really, taking my time to try to find something I liked. But where I was living at the time, it wasn't kind of close to many companies. And so that made it a little bit more challenged because I pretty much have to commute at least an hour each way to find any place. So I didn't find a job. And now we're going to put, this is Kiss the Magnetic Lashes. This is the eyeliner. Oh, that glitter got like all over my hand. So at that time, anyway, we had a garage sale, and then I remember thinking like, there's some stuff that's still valuable. Maybe I'll give it a try and see how it goes. And then, like most resellers, if you talk to many of them that resell full-time, they will tell you, you sell one thing and then you're kind of like hooked. One thing sold, it's like, okay, what else do we have around the house? And then I started asking family and friends, like, do you have anything that you want to sell? So then it just kind of snowballed. Then when I was getting divorced, I remember thinking like, am I really going to be able to do this enough to support myself? Because, it was just kind of like extra money, like for the groceries and bills. It wasn't necessarily like another full-time income. Surprisingly, I have been able to. I mean, I haven't been able to shop like I did when I was married, but okay, we're going to have to pause because I can't do this and talk. Marriage, I don't know if anybody from that circle watches my videos, and they would probably disagree, but they weren't living it. I was in a very mentally abusive relationship. I know that, anyway. So my anxiety had kind of gone through the roof. I had anxiety here and there growing up, but it never really was as bad as it was when I was married, actually, and a little bit before. So that was kind of the first times that I had panic attacks, and yeah, it had just gotten really bad where I was getting to where I could barely leave the house. So it's like, okay, how am I going to do this? I don't want to leave the house barely, and how can I support myself? But it all works out. Luckily, I had the support of my family, and they were, very positive and reinforced goodness and went to therapy and blah, blah, blah. And so now I'm much better. I mean, like I mentioned at the beginning, it can rear its ugly head. But, anyway, and in my house, so I'm excited that now I do have a basement again, and I'm able to set up my inventory. So it's kind of like my basement is kind of like my warehouse. And then where I'm filming it right now is my office. So this will be beauty room / eBay Poshmark photo studio. So it's exciting. So now I'm going to try to put these on. Okay. So now I feel like I need a little bit of eyeliner underneath. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet the brush and use this green color from the CoverGirl as eyeliner. My ex is the one who asked for the divorce. And at first I was really pretty devastated. I did not want it. But it was actually the best thing that could have happened because, like I said, I'm in a much better place mentally. And, it does kind of make me a little sad. I'm now in my 40s and I don't have kids, but I just kind of look at it as like, okay, that was, you know, what was in the cards for me. And I was planning on starting to date this year, but with this, I don't know how a person dates. But I figure, you know, maybe if I'm meant to have any kids in my life, that maybe the person that I meet will have kids. Now I'm going to wet the brush and use this gold color for the inner corner. If there is a topic that I've touched on that you'd like to know more about, let me know. I never really know what to talk about in Get Readies with me. And that's like, I want to go live this month and do my first live, but it's like, I feel like sometimes I have trouble enough just filling up a Get Ready with me if I'm not actually talking about the makeup, because I've never really been a big share of my emotions. So it's kind of a, I guess you'd say, a newer feeling to put my thoughts. I'm not even really, I guess I'm kind of sharing my feelings, but put my thoughts out there into the YouTube universe. So what I'm going to do now is put on some lipstick, put my actual outfit on, fix my hair, and then we'll come back. Here is my finished look for the makeup. Let me know what you think. And here is the final look. I feel like I am ready for a Christmas Zoom party. And yeah, what do you think? Do you like the look? I figured I'd go with the sleek back ponytail. And yeah, we have some green and red going on. Let me know what you think of this look. The question of the day is, since we are talking about Christmas, what is your favorite holiday tradition? Let me know down in the comments below. I hope that you enjoyed this Get Ready with me. You will go down in the description and check out that playlist of the other ladies. And I hope everybody will have a good holiday season and stay safe. Thanks for watching. Bye.